loaded up for the next Kentucky trip here. I'm headed down today. It's Saturday, about 11:15. My daughter had a school recital, so I didn't want to miss that. But now I'm ready to go, and I think Logan's going to meet me down there tonight, and then another buddy is going to come down Sunday afternoon, I think. I'm not sure if I'll be there Monday or not, but yeah, we're going to go down and see if we can get it done. It's 1 o'clock now. Logan's going to head out a little after 6 when he gets off work. Bad news for me is it's supposed to rain all afternoon down here, and it just started on my way down.
You're like perfect, like feels perfect. And I think the tails, yeah, all three of those, yeah, from start to finish, like down to But with whitetail, or sorry, the elk, different bottle. So we get to this thing, and I think.
All right, we made it down here. It's it was raining when I got here, and then it stopped. And then as soon as I started getting stuff ready, it started raining pretty hard. So this is probably gonna be a short interview, but boat made it. I pulled the plug and drained some water out after the drive. So we're getting ready to launch it. Well, I'm headed out. It stopped raining for now, so I got extra raincoat, got one in the pack, got the ghillie. I threw the saddle and the climbing gear in there, got my bow, got a memory card to switch and Logan's camera, so that's the plan. We're gonna head out down here and see if I can find some deer. Not cool, guys. Raining pretty good. I just got off the boat. It's ridiculous. Well, I literally just got set up. It's 5:15. I got poured on for 5 or 10 minutes. It's been raining steady the whole time I've been out of the boat. I found a bunch of sign up on this ridge, so I just decided to set up here for tonight, and we'll see what happens. Well, a little recap of tonight. I just made it back to the boat launch. It rained on me pretty much all night. Didn't see any deer. Did get in the saddle for a little bit on a nice little ridge that had a lot of sign, but didn't see anything. It rained up till dark, like I said. So it's starting to rain again. We're gonna pack her up here and head to the hotel. Well, the plan was to get a hotel this trip. I don't normally do that, but the campground was closed, so went ahead and got the hotel. Wasn't such a bad idea. All my crap got wet. I got rained on quite a bit. It just rained too much on me tonight to really keep anything dry. Didn't even have a chance to get the camera out. Make sure everything's ready for tomorrow. The weather's gonna be a lot better, and I got an idea of kind of the area I want to go to anyways. So Logan will get here and we're gonna head out in the morning early. I said as long as I can get him up, we'll be out and try to get in a tree as early as possible tomorrow and hope for the best. After all this crappy weather, I think they'll be moving good. Well, I'm set up. I had a deer coming behind me. I think it saw me moving. I don't know. Might have smelled me. I'm set up at the head of 2 big ravines, ditches, and then in front of me, right up here, is actually a saddle between 2 big hills. There's real thick stuff all on my side of the big hills, and on the other side is oaks. So I'm hoping that those does are over there feeding in the oaks, coming back over this way, and the bucks are running the side of this hill. They said checking the doe trails. There's a couple scrapes right in here, close at least a couple. It's pretty much the only open area where I can shoot more than 10 feet. Everything's wet, so I gotta be real quiet. Keep my eyes peeled because they can sneak right up on me. We'll see what I can do to get this on video if something happens. Well, not really much action this morning. It's about 10:30. Sounds like Logan shot something, so I'm gonna go ahead and pack up, go back, get the boat, meet him. There we go. Headed to get Logan, and then we'll go retrieve his doe. He shot this morning, and then I'm gonna probably go and scout another area with all my gear and probably set up for the evening. What do we got here? Of course you are. Nice.
First Kentucky deer, finally. See right through the neck came out at me.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, she only went maybe 70 yards from the tree.
She's not that big, is she?
Yeah, but she had a yearling with her.
I just don't think they're that big down here. I mean, that front shoulder is little. Yeah, that's good. We got a long walk. Well, we got her all done here. Quartered up, back straps. Got her hanging, as they say. Get ready to load up and head out of here. All right, left Logan with the boat. Hopefully he doesn't wreck it out there, hot rodding. I'm going to go back in and hunt down below where I hunted last trip. Some decent deer activity back in there, so we'll give that a shot. He's gonna check his camera and hunt over where he did last weekend. We got his doe packed out. Pretty small deer, really. I know it's an adult doe, but it was a pretty small deer. So something to think about while I'm down here. They're not as big as you think, so they might be a little bit farther or a little bit closer. I don't know how that works. Probably should range them. But yeah, I don't have a ton of battery left, so I'm probably gonna just carry this, turn it off, put the battery in my pocket, and then update you guys once I get in the stand. Well, I looked up, I'm sitting here underneath this little ravine, and I see something moving right here like 25 yards. And I thought it was a deer at first. Turns out it was a coyote, so I knocked an arrow real quick. He started to get past me. I drew the bow, squeaked at him. He turned and came right at me. And I shot him probably like 15 yards head on. And he went like 40 yards. He's piled up over here. So I'm gonna go look at him real quick. I gotta get in a tree. I think he was standing right here somewhere. Some turned up leaves. I think I can smell them. Oh, here we go. didn't go far. Yep, that'll do it. Came out the back end. I'm gonna set up and I'll grab him later. I'm gonna make this quick. I'm set up in a tree in this bottom. After I shot that coyote, I went up on a ridge, didn't see much sign. Dropped back down this bottom. I don't normally like to backtrack, but there's a lot of ridges that come together right here. So I'm gonna give it a shot. It's like probably close to 4:30. I've only got probably an hour or so of daylight, but I figured I might as well get up in here and see what happens. It's the best hour of the day. It feels turkey season? You're pretty much going right up there. Well, finally set up. This is probably my last hunt in Kentucky. Watched a bunch of turkeys on the way in, right after first light. It's almost 8 o'clock now. I've been up in the tree just setting up camera gear and getting situated for a little bit, but haven't seen or heard any deer yet. So we'll see if the bucks cruise. This is a spot I hunted a few weeks ago and saw some deer. So hopefully it's a little bit of the same here. Winding down at the end of the rut, they're still all cruising. Well, I've seen 2 bucks today. One of them I got film of, walked right under the tree, of course. A half rack, like spike or something. But the other one was a really nice buck. It looked like 130, I don't know. I never got binoculars on him, but I could see him about 100 yards away here. He came over this ridge to my east and dropped down in this bottom. And from what I've seen, a lot of these deer go down in this bottom. It's super thick. I'm thinking about moving. It's like 10:15. I think I'm going to go out this point. It drops off about 75 feet. And then there's a bench, it looks like, and a couple drainages. So I'm thinking about getting down, going down there, setting up, seeing what happens. I think today might be my last day down here, so if I'm gonna make a move, I might as well make it. Well, I moved. I'm set back up now. I'm in some really thick stuff at the head of a couple little drainages, but down from the main ridge. It seems like it's not very good wind because it kind of, if the wind stops blowing, it kind of just settles right here, but then the wind picks up and it blows out over, so I have to get lucky with the wind a little bit. But it looks like it could be a spot where some bucks are cruising. Well, it's almost 2. I just had a doe come up this little ridge over here. I'm guessing that she was up feeding around and smelled something, because she was acting nervous, sticking her head up the whole time she was walking up here. She only got to like, I don't know, like 75, 80 yards, and then kind of gave up and kind of just walked off. The wind's been pretty terrible in here, so I think I'm going to back up again, climb back up, work around the ridge I was on, and set up downwind of the trail that buck crossed on. I just hope that there's something either comes back up out of this bottom or comes out of the one on the other side and crosses down into this one before dark. Well, I'm in the third set of the day, third spot. Back over where that nice buck crossed this morning, but on the opposite side of the ridge, just with the way the wind is. Unfortunately, when I walked over here, it was like 3 o'clock maybe, started easing over the ridge down to it. That deer took off in this bottom, and it was a buck. Looked like a decent one. Couldn't really tell how big, but he was like 60 yards below me. I just couldn't see him. I wasn't probably going slow enough. And then a turkey took off up on this ridge while I was setting up too. So it's a good spot, I guess, but I have poor timing on this trip. It's about 3:30 now, so I got a couple hours, but I'm just gonna hang tight and see what happens. Well, sitting here waiting on my chicken sandwich. That's it for Kentucky. Saw deer every spot I set up today. No shots. Saw 2 decent bucks. Yeah, the wind is killer today, trying to get where I could kill deer, and they couldn't smell me. So bit of a struggle down here, but you know, whatever. I guess they say it's fun. So headed home, and we'll see what we get into next.